everybody, I'm Graf Love from Fletcher Sports Zone. Welcome back to another Sportscaster, and today we are going to begin the Powerskateshow. I'm Graf Flood along with another host here on the show, Alex Stossel. You could say hi to your stream.
Hi, what's going on, everyone? I'm Alex Stossel. I know you butchered my last name, but that's all right. Welcome to DMV Sportsnet Powerskateshow, and we are looking forward for more live streams / broadcasting and podcasts, whatever you can do. I put some great topics that we are going to talk about, and yeah, let's get this underway.
Absolutely.
All right. So our first topic is the intro: top 20 unrestricted free agents. All right. So I moved on to my next screen. So first is Alex Pietrangelo. His last contract was $6.5 million per season. I'm not into cap friendly because I don't want to waste time. Do you think that Pietrangelo will re-sign with St. Louis?
Yes, I actually do. I think it's mainly because, he's their captain. He's been their leader for so long at this point. And, it would kind of just be strange to see Pietrangelo not in a Blues uniform. So, it would be very interesting if he did leave in free agency. But like I said, I think the Blues are going to lock him up probably long term. I'd say probably a 3-4 year deal worth about, I don't know, maybe $40 million or so. Will probably do the trick, and because then he's only got really 3 or 4 years left in the tank probably before he really starts to hit the decline, heads into like the Duncan Keith stage of defensemen. So, yeah, I would assume Alex Pietrangelo would re-sign with St. Louis, and they would definitely mess up if St. Louis didn't even bother like trying to re-sign him anyway. But what do you think, Alex?
I'm a little on board. Like in the complaint mode by Marco Scandella. Marco Scandella is quite like a depth complementing defenseman. A guy that you give him like certain okay minutes as a bottom pair.
Right.
But I'm also hyped up with Sammy Blais. Blais has worked out in the Blues uniform. If they did not sign Scandella, they might trade some good assets. Sorry, just to fit out the contract by Pietrangelo, because Pietrangelo under his leadership, he has won the Stanley Cup before, has made multiple All-Stars, supporting by his fans in and out, night game, night out. I think it's going to be a tough decision because I'm not sure if it's going to be a huge talk by this.
Yeah, it should be interesting to say the least. Like I said, I think Pietrangelo will stay in St. Louis, but I also think that's why they busted Falk to, maybe perhaps, like have them as like the first pairing defenseman and then see what the Blues go from there. But yeah, I think that should be interesting. Like I said, though, and Alex agrees with me, we think Alex Pietrangelo will stay in St. Louis, which I mean would make sense. I mean, boy, Jordan Binnington probably be hurting a little bit of Pietrangelo, that's for sure.
All right. Second player, Taylor Hall. From the Arizona Coyotes, he's a left wing at 28 years of age. His last contract was $6 million per year. Do you think he might re-sign with Arizona?
You see, I thought he performed well with the Coyotes so far. Everyone knew he really didn't care much about the Devils. And, I think it was just a fresher breath air for Taylor Hall once he got traded to Arizona. I mean, Arizona traded away a good bit of prospects to get Hall. But, yeah, I thought for the most part it was a smart trade. And honestly, I mean, I would imagine why the Coyotes, they should be able to re-sign Taylor Hall. because, I mean, I know everyone's saying, oh, Taylor Hall, he might go to the Bruins, he might go to the Lightning, maybe even like the Flyers. But honestly, I mean, the Coyotes, they are just like a great player away from potentially a playoff spot. And, they got to keep Taylor Hall if, they're even going to come close to that. So, yeah, I would imagine Taylor Hall will be staying with Arizona. But what do you think?
I'm going to say a surprise for everyone who's watching. He will not sign with Arizona. By the situation with Darcy Kemper, turned everything around before Kemper was like out for like 3 months. He was close to be a Vezina level goaltender. And when Kemper was out, they had like Aiden Hill, and the other goaltender. Some of them are like AHL level goaltenders, and that's why that it's like affecting Arizona. But if they want to give Taylor Hall like one chance, I would say like give him like 2 years via bridge deal, just to see it just went disaster. It's not about you, about the trade. It's about like we lost our goaltender. So it's a 50-50 shot. But for now, Taylor Hall will not sign.
Yeah, I mean, Taylor Hall is definitely a flip of a coin. Where do you see Taylor Hall signing, though?
I'm thinking I'm thinking Anaheim, because Anaheim needs progress. Not to waste his career. Buffalo needs a player, to say the least. They do not want to go for a decade with no playoffs. They will definitely lose fans when that happens.
Yeah.
And another one, I'm thinking Florida. Because Florida had an off-guard season when they went through a good contract players, when they signed Anton Strawman, Sergei Bobrovsky, and Brett Connolly, and Noel Acciari. I think once you have Hall supporting Acciari, Strawman in the back end, and Brett Connolly, you might go for a wild card spot. Because you're not going anywhere.
You make a very good point.
Yeah, like you're not going anywhere.
Exactly. I mean,
All right. So number 3.
I mean, basically, I just want to get to my point. I mean, if Taylor Hall, you put him on a line with Barkov and Dadonov, oof, that'd be scary.
Yeah. All right. Here's the one that I want you to answer first, okay? Defenseman Torrey Krug, his last contract was $5.25 million per year. Will he re-sign with Boston?
You know why I'm going to say yes here? I think it's mainly just because the Bruins will need him. And here's the problem why. They still have another year of they still have to, have another year before they have to pay McAvoy. And, I think just Torrey Krug would be such a huge loss for the Bruins. And I know perhaps Chara might retire, which may free up some cap space. Yaroslav Halak, another one who might retire to free up a little bit of cap space. I think the Bruins ultimately, especially with trading away David Backes at the deadline, I think that mainly opens up. And, that was the first thing that came to mind when the Bruins trade back. I'm like, oh, this has to be for to sign Torrey Krug to a long-year deal. I'm thinking, I wouldn't pay Krug more than like 4 years at about maybe $35 million. I'd say it would probably be where I'd give Krug 35 to 40 mil, somewhere around there for like no more than 4 years. But yeah, I do think Torrey Krug will stay in Boston. But like I said, I think they might have to get rid of somebody else. Like perhaps they would have to trade away. I don't know, maybe excuse me, maybe they have to do like a trade and like get rid of I think maybe like Austin Blythe and like another good prospect and some other players who are some pretty big cap hits. But yeah, what do you guys think? Or what do you think?
So you guys can do whatever you want in chat. I would say he will resign because if Char is out, you're gonna have Krug and McAvoy. Some players like from Providence, like Carson. I might say it wrong. Carson Coleman, Matt Grizzly, Jakob Zaboral, maybe Zaboral, and what's his name? Jeremy Lauzon. But when you have them, well, not only you're gonna have like a shutdown D level with the bomb pair, you might have like being in the top 3 in the Atlantic. Like when Char retires, you will see Bergeron wear the C. Marchand will keep the A. It's going to be between Krejci or Krug. I would say Krug be the next co-alternate captain. Have 3 A's on the square, and Bergeron be the captain. It's going to be a definitely resign.
Yeah, well, you know what else? Free up salary cap. Maybe guys like Matt Grzelcyk might be out the door as well if they really want to re-sign Krug. So that's also interesting. Hopefully Alex didn't freeze up here. Of course, first episode, so we are experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties.
All right, next. From the Florida Panthers, Mike.
Oh no. Yeah, I know Isaac. He is unfortunately kind of glitching out a little bit.
Yeah,
this is unfortunate. But like I said, first time. Better in the future. Okay.
Left wing.
Nice.
From the Florida Panthers, Mike Hoffman. His last contract was $187,500.
Oh no! What the heck? Why did? I don't know what's up with Alex's internet connection. Everyone, that's not good. I'm gonna have to tell him to tune back in here. Hopefully. So I'm gonna say, when you get back on. Yeah, like I said, guys, first episode, we're all new to this. Don't know why he's glitching out so much, and apparently it looks like to me, it looks like I'm fine. So I'm not sure what is up with that. Irish Sixers, as I can remember, say no longer a stream. So yeah, I don't know what's going on here. So I think we might have to reboot here, and then I guess we will take it from there. So, actually, wait a minute here. Hold on. I might be able to do something here. Hold on. Like I said, I'm also all new to this, but in the meantime, I could talk about something else as we try to hook Alex back up here. And, yeah, but I'm pretty sure we're talking about Mike Hoffman. I actually see Mike Hoffman not staying with the Panthers, but, yeah, I could see him going to a team like maybe Calgary. But, guess you never know what is going to happen as, she's going to send Alex in again on again. Okay, he says he's going to go get on again. And then I says, try the link. All right, I just told him to try the link again. If he's still having trouble, maybe I'll resend it. But oh, there he is. He's back on. There we go. Hopefully, yeah. Oh, but now he's frozen. What the heck? This is not going well. Oh, I don't need to send it again. Okay, thanks, Alex. Or Isaac for telling me that. All right, Alex, you can hear me, right? No. All right. You went off again. Hold on, I'm gonna go. Oh, okay. All right, let me go send him here. I'll go resend him the link, and then hopefully we can take it from there. Yeah, I don't know why Alex has been so glitchy, everyone, but we will resend the link and then hopefully we go on. Although Alex says Isaac, sorry, says he doesn't mean it. Yeah, okay. It's my computer. High quality. All right. Isaac's calling me, so he's way better at this than I am, so I'll take his advice. Alex says he's going back now, but
okay, you can use your mic on StreamYard.
your mic on StreamYard. Okay, thanks for letting. Oh yeah, I knew that. Okay.
Okay, so wait, you can hear me?
Yes.
All right,
Alex,
we're
can you
back.
hear me? All right, we're back. Oh, sorry, Isaac, I didn't mean to hang up on you, but we are back. Thank goodness. Oh dear. This.
All right.
Oh dear.
I apologize. I apologize everyone who's on the stream. It's some difficulties, but let's get right into it again. As I was saying, all right, we're good. We're good.
Yes, I can hear you fine. It's a little blurry, but at least we can hear you, so that's good.
Well. Okay. All right. Let's redo it. Left wing from the Florida Panthers, Mike Hoffman. His last contract was $5.187,000. $5.187 million per year. Will he resign with Florida?
Yeah, like I actually said when unfortunately we had an issue, I actually don't think he will re-sign with the Panthers. I think mainly because, like you said, if Taylor Hall goes there, then I definitely think Mike Hoffman's out the door. I could see Mike Hoffman gelling with perhaps Columbus, maybe Arizona. Maybe we just have Hoffman and Hall basically switch places. I'm thinking maybe another team might be St. Louis if Alexander Steen retires. I mean, there's a lot of teams I could definitely see Mike Hoffman going. But yeah, right now I would probably say his best bet would either be Arizona, maybe Boston as well. You never know. But yeah, where do you think Mike Hoffman's going to go, or will he stay in Florida?
I was about to say San Jose, but if Thornton retires, but that's not going to happen. I would think Pittsburgh because if Marlowe can't do anything but his ability, then I think you're looking for Mike Hoffman. Detroit can be another option. LA can be one. Well, he's already past his prime, but like if Dustin Brown retires or Trevor Lewis, then you might look for Hoffman coming in. Yeah, there's tons of options, and I agree with you by Arizona or Columbus. If I would think, I would say Colorado because I'm on board with Colorado like the 1920 season for now last year, because how they're starting to be electric. They're almost a central, like a top Western Conference team. So yeah, and another one, right wing, Tyler Toffoli from the Vancouver Canucks. Will he re-sign with Vancouver?
Yeah, I mean, Kings definitely ain't getting him back, but I could see Tyler Toffoli staying on Vancouver. I think mainly because Brock Besser's kind of injury prone, and honestly, I know Bo Horvat. Bo Horvat. Yeah, I mean, he has just been dishing the puck to Toffoli a lot since Toffoli has gone over to Vancouver. So, I would assume Todd Toffoli would re-sign with the Canucks. I mean, we haven't seen a whole lot out of him yet, really, in the Canucks uniform. He has had flashes, but like I said, though, I think if Vancouver was smart, they'd probably re-sign him to like a 3-4 year deal. And, that's what I think's going to happen. What do you think, Alex?
This is a no-brainer. He's going to resign with Vancouver.
Yeah.
Vancouver is starting to be a Stanley Cup level team where they have Bo Horvat, Quinn Hughes, Brock Besser, Edler. Not really, but about Edler, but why not? I was about to say Tim Gaudette, or Adam Gaudette. Who's another player from Vancouver? Jacob Markstrom,
Elias
Pettersson. Why am I forgetting him? And also Tyler Madden, the prospect. So if Tyler Madden comes in, then you're looking for a top 3 Pacific Division team.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Vancouver, Jacob Markstrom, $3.6 million per year with the Vancouver Canucks. Will he re-sign with Vancouver? Yes or no?
I could see Vancouver maybe wanting to release him. I do think Vancouver will try to go after a better backup in free agency. So that's why I do think they are going to stick with Markstrom. I think it's because he made the All-Star game, and he was honestly playing lights out before his injury. So, I mean, it should be interesting. I don't really know. Jacob Markstrom's kind of interesting because isn't he in like his mid to like late 30s? Actually, I think he might actually be in like
he's 30 years old.
Oh, 30? Oh, well, he's a little bit younger than what I was expecting, but kind of getting in that decline stage as a goaltender. So I could see maybe Vancouver giving him like a 2-year deal at most. But if I was Vancouver, I might re-sign Markstrom because, I mean, he has deserved a pay raise, but I would be very cautious, and I would definitely pick up a backup in free agency. That is for sure.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go with a last one, unrestricted, because I want to go more topics. Braden Holtby, yes. Goaltender from the Washington Capitals with $6.1 million per year. It's obvious, but will he re-sign with Washington?
The Capitals might want to re-sign him, but he has had such a down year. His save percentage is literally in the 1800s, the lowest by his career by like 20. It's ridiculous. The Capitals, I mean, they might want to keep Holtby for like loyalty and all that good stuff, but if they were smart, they should just roll with Ilya Samsonov and get rid of Holtby. I could easily see Braden Holtby going to Buffalo, maybe even maybe Anaheim. You know, if John Gibson needs a good backup, well, actually, that would actually put the Ducks back on the map. Maybe the Kings, you know, if Jonathan Quick struggles, I can maybe see another team. Perhaps the Sharks if they're thinking about getting rid of Martin Jones. I mean, there's a lot of places where, like, wow, it's like Brandon Hope. He's that big fish goaltender. He's basically, you know, he's the best goalie on the market right now. And, I would imagine, some desperate team, maybe Detroit, or New Jersey, a desperate team is going to want to throw a lot of money at Hopi because they will be fooled by that Stanley Cup ring, let me tell you that much. But, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't imagine Hopi re-signing with the Capitals. I could probably see him actually. I think he's probably going to go to the Devils, maybe stick it to the Capitals a little bit by signing to a division rival, unfortunately. But what do you think, Alex? I know you're going to have fun with this one.
He's not gonna come. He's not gonna come to Washington. There's no way. I would rather be kicked in the ding dong by Buffalo than resigning with Washington. I apologize, but it's I don't know why. He's not coming to Washington. There's no way. I'm glad that I came up with this topic. I don't know why there's a cop. Let's not worry about that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he will go to Buffalo because Linus Ullmark needs support. Toronto, Anderson needs support. I'm thinking Colorado because I want to see Holtby and Grubauer reunite.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Well, with Pavel Francouz, he's okay, but he's not inside within the NHL. If they trade Francouz like anywhere, like Anaheim, Ottawa, Detroit, then you're in.
Yeah, that would make sense too. But Pavel Francouz, he's really shocked me this year. I mean, the NBC shows a lot of Avalanche games. I'm usually commentating quite a bit, and he has shocked me a lot. And him and Philip Grubauer are easily becoming one of the best goalie duos in the league. Yeah, they are very exciting to watch, and I've been shocked with him, honestly. I mean, he's 28 years old. I believe his first year in the NHL, and he's just lined it up. But, yeah, I think if you're right, though, I mean, if Colorado could trade him to a team like Ottawa or Anaheim who, is in desperate need of a goaltender and maybe doesn't want to draft one the first couple rounds, I mean, it should that should work as well. And, you get him for cheap as well. I mean, Colorado re-signed him for a 2-year deal earlier in the season. But, I'm sure the Avalanche would love to really fluctuate that contract, so.
Okay, so we're moving on to our main. So here's a story about Jordan Binnington before he went to the Bruins organization. So on Spin Chicklets, Paul Bissonnette, Ryan Whitney, and the boys were interviewing Jordan Binnington. It's just a story. So he was with St. Louis. They didn't have an AHL team, so they were splitting with Colorado with San Antonio. So at training camp, his agent came in to make sure if Binnington will stay to qualify. So they did. So Mike Yeo told Binnington that he will be sent down to Tulsa for the East Coast League. He told him, "No, I am not going because ECHL is a low A league."
Right.
He was saying he's thinking he doesn't know if he's going to come back to the NHL, and so he left. Martin Brodeur came in.
Yes, that's right. 2015. Oh my word.
Binnington says, "Marty, I'm going to stop you right there." I was laughing to an NHL legend, one of the greatest goaltenders in his generation, saying, "You know what, Marty, I'm going to stop you right there. I'm not going."
Wow. Yeah, I mean, good for Binnington, though. I mean, hey, it worked out at the end. Stanley Cup champ. Can't complain. Probably has a very good shot at winning the Vezina. Can't complain. Yeah, no, Binnington shocked. He shocked everybody, but honestly, the Blues should just,
he's in his Vezina level right now.
He's just hands down in the league.
Let's move on. All right, so sorry. I apologize, everyone. We have some difficulties on my end. All right. We good?
Yes.
All right. Oh, we got breaking. It's kind of funny right now. So Gary Bettman is thinking to come back to the league in July, June or July. So far,
I don't know how he does so good.
okay.
Hopefully this works. All
Okay.
right.
All right, we're good. I apologize. All right. Let's move on to another topic. Matt Barzal, you told me from the rundown video that Matt Barzal does not want to sign with the Islanders. Like what were your opinions about Barzal? Like the talk of Matt Barzal.
Yeah, I heard that the Islanders didn't want to pay him, and then that, of course, means the Matthew Barzal was like, all right, I'll just head out. So, it's very interesting. If I'm Matthew Barzal, I'm going to a contender right now. You're about to hit your prime years. I'm going to a Stanley Cup contender. I'm maybe thinking Vancouver Canucks might be a good option, mainly because you have Bo Horvat, Elias Persson, and
Brock Besser.
Brock Besser. Mainly as your top three forwards, and then you keep Tyler Toffoli around, and you're golden. You are golden right now if you are Vancouver and you end up getting them. So I don't know. I'm thinking another team might be maybe. I would say Ottawa, but like I said, you would hate to really be with the Senators. At that point of your career, thinking maybe Toronto might want to get a shot at him.
Yeah.
Thinking another team, maybe New Jersey, perhaps Minnesota, if they want to get back into playoff contention. Maybe Nashville as well, another team that's just kind of like a wild card team, but if they really want to make it around the playoffs, get him because Matthew Barzal, Matt Duchene, and Philip Forsberg, and that's looking pretty scary. Not to mention the Predators' defense is pretty good. But what do you think?
Do you know who's also a free agent? Thomas Greiss. So it's kind of tough. It's just what kind of reminds me about the Carl Hammond and Andre Burkowski situation. Okay. So this reminds me from Carl Hagelin and Andre Burkowski situation, like $1 million per year level. They're kind of like $3 million a season. So like if you're going for like Thomas Greiss or Matt Barzal, all right, how about this? If you're Lou Lamoriello, which it's the Islanders GM, who would you hold on, Greiss or Barzal?
Well, without a question, Barzal. I mean, you have Semyon Varlamov, so really, is Greiss not much of a vital piece at this point? I mean, yeah, Varlamov's older, but he's also been putting up better numbers. So, I mean, if I was the Islanders, I'd be fine with Varlamov and trying to pick up a good backup in free agency.
Yeah. So, do you want to make your topics or what?
Well, actually, yeah, I was just going to go into a couple of quick topics. The Columbus Blue Jackets re-signed Jonas Korpisalo to a 2-year, $5.6 million deal. Very smart by Columbus, mainly. They got their goalie, and of course, they also have Elvis Merzlinskins as well as their current backup. But you take a look at Korpisalo this season, 19-12-5 record with a 9.11 save percentage and 2 shutouts. Not bad overall. He's still a pretty good goaltender, but I think that was smart. 2 years is what I would have given him. But yeah, I think there's given time for Elvis Merzlikins to really start to develop, and I think Korpisalo will probably become a free agent within those next 2 years, and he might go to another team. But yeah, I think they're just doing this just because they want to play it smart and they just want to wait for Merzlikins to get ready. But what do you think?
Korpisalo has been okay in my mind. I've seen him play in person in the AHL. So I go a lot of Hershey Bears games. I think I saw him play in person in the Calder Cup Finals. I didn't recognize him, but once I heard the name Korpisalo, I was thinking he's gonna develop more. Give him like 2 more years to develop, and then he'll be like the goal of the future. He's gonna be like Mackenzie Blackwood's level. Like Blackwood is like 23 years old, and they're gonna be like goal of the future, starting to be like their next starter role. Like Blackwood's Corey Schneider. Not gonna be like what happened this season. Yeah, I think Korpisalo is gonna turn out like a good goaltender. A guy you can give him like two goals a game a little bit. Sometimes like higher like 5 times per season, 5 games per season. He is not the guy who gives you blowouts. So he is a steady goaltender, and like he is not not in a panic trying to like miss out on anything. Like I think that's a good move on Columbus, and I'm gonna give credit to Jormo Kekalainen, the Jackets GM, for re-signing Korpisalo.
Yeah, that's a good point. Just to point out, Elvis Merzlikins stats real quick: 13 wins, 9 losses, 5 shutouts with a 9.23 save percentage. I mean,
this dude is unbelievable.
I know, this guy's awesome. I really enjoyed seeing him play so far. I mean, I remember it was one of his first career games, and of course it was Blue Jackets and Bruins. And of course, you know me, I'd be on for it. And I couldn't pronounce Merliskin's name at all, but luckily I was able. Luckily he's a very good goaltender, and I definitely know him now. There will be no mispronouncing of his name anytime soon, especially now the Blue Jackets will be facing the Bruins in the first round of the playoffs if we do the whole playoff format thing. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, and then there was a couple of other things I quickly wanted to talk about. The whole Dustin Byfuglien situation. The Jets bought him out of his contract. I mean, way to waste your best player since your return. Really. Don't give me this Andrew Ladd, Blake Wheeler. Dustin Byfuglien is the best Winnipeg Jet since their return back in 2012. I don't care what anyone says.
2011, your correction. But
sorry. Yeah.
But it's all right. I'll give it to you. Well, Byfuglien. Well, once I heard that he got suspended from the team, so once he told in December, I believe, or January, it's one of them. He said that he had leg surgery, leg, foot, knee, ankle surgery. It's one of the lower body surgeries. He announced that the team does not want Byfuglien to have surgery. He just went on by himself. He just did whatever he wants. It's on him, by the way, in a good way. He just doesn't want to get injured again.
Right.
He just wants to be healthy. Just deal with the leg, the lower body. Just to deal with it. Rehab for a little bit. I would have him play in the AHL for just one game to see where he is, and then
That's a great idea.
Once he turns out okay, then you can have him be on the Jets roster, be like a depth defenseman for a little bit, just sit him out for like 5 straight games and then put him in just to recover his body. And that's kind of a shock, in my opinion.
Yeah, really, I was not expecting that.
Yeah, definitely he's gonna retire by all of this. It's gonna be a career-ending injury for Bufflin. Like, well, at least he had a good season. I mean, a good career. Won a Stanley Cup in 2010 with the Blackhawks.
Right.
So like,
I mean, once you're 35, it's not looking pretty for you right now. So
he's kind of remind me, but on a different level, Brooks Orpik. As a Caps fan, just can't play.
No. Once Brooks Orpik left Pittsburgh, he was nope.
Yeah, missed significant time with injuries, and the only thing that I like was that scored an overtime goal in the playoffs, which was like saying like, I think that's a good way to end your career with an overtime goal. Yeah, I think I felt bad for Jets fans because their decor is in a rebuild with Tucker Poolman. I think Adam Lowry is in the roster. Correct me if I'm wrong. I was about to say Ben Sharapa, he's in Montreal. Like anyone that I do not know besides Tucker Poolman and Adam Lowry, then you're in a face up. You're in a face off.
Yeah. And I just had one more topic to go over here. And do you have any other stuff after this?
Yeah. We need to talk about Alex Ovechkin on Wayne Gretzky.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So, can
I talk about my last topic first, though? It's gonna be very quick.
Okay.
Ex-Golden Knights coach Gerard Gallant might be picked up by the New Jersey Devils sometime this offseason. I think that would be a very smart move. Just quick opinion. What do you think of that? And I know he's a pretty solid coach. I felt like the way how Vegas got rid of him was kind of like really. But, yeah, what do you think of that?
When he got fired, I was devastated because this is a guy who brought the Golden Knights to the Stanley Cup final in their first year of existence. When the Jack Adams were in that year, he has been well respected for all players. He gave emotion in the 2018 playoffs and the 2019 playoffs, and even the whole regular season. He gave emotion to like bottom 6 players and like depth defensemen and just give compliments a lot. Like if they hire new Gallant in New Jersey, that'll be an A+. Not yet playoff contention because it's been forever that Gallant has been in his coaching duties. Yeah, I think in his second season with New Jersey, then it's going to be a powerhouse team.
Yeah, I could definitely see that as well. Gallant definitely knows what he's doing. You know, even when he was on the Panthers, he was still a pretty good coach. So that's just certainly interesting. You know, you saw how he did with young teams like Florida and Vegas. I think just trying to build another contender down there in New Jersey. Only a rumor, but that'll really put the Devils back on the map. And at least they probably won't be the worst team in the Metropolitan anymore if that's the case.
Yeah. Like, New Jersey should have been an improving team. Like, they went all in the offseason, having P.K. Subban coming in, drafting Jack Hughes, Wayne Simmons as your veteran complementary forward, top 6 forward, I should say, and getting Nikita Gusev from the Vegas Golden Knights. And I just don't understand why. John Hines is John Hines, to say the least. So, like, I don't know, but we'll see on New Jersey's end.
Yeah, that should certainly be interesting. But yeah, you want to get into your last couple topics here before we wrap up? If he unfreezes, unfortunately.
We're good. We're good.
Okay.
That I put okay. All right. Hold on. I'm just waiting if you're okay.
Yeah, we can at least hear you good, so I think that'll work.
Okay. All right. Okay. So next topic is Alex Ovechkin and Wayne Gretzky. You guys can argue this in the chat right now. Hold on.
All right. Yeah, keep on
good.
We can hear you pretty good, so I'll just
apologize
go.
for the difficult. Are we good? We good?
Yeah, oh, right. Yes, no, you're perfect.
So,
no.
All right. I apologize for the difficulties, everyone. We just gotta deal with it. Ovechkin has a 70% chance of beating him. I want his objective to score at least 40 goals in this season. I never see him slowing down. He never slows down. He gets 40 goals, over 40 goals a year.
Yeah.
Once you're getting over 40 goals, not get 20 or 30 goals, you would see him be in the top 3. And that's no questions asked. It's gonna be Ovechkin, Howe, and Gretzky in the top 3. I think that that Ovechkin will finish in the 800s, definitely.
Oh yeah, isn't he at 780 right now or something like that?
Who Ovi?
Ovechkin, yeah.
No, he's just scored 700 a month ago.
Oh, never mind. You went to
I was at that game, dude.
Yeah, you went to that game. How could I forget?
For your information, he has 708 goals.
Okay.
So I think Ovi has a slight chance of catching him. But again, he's not done yet, to say the least. He has a good chance again passing him. Yeah.
Well, I just find it interesting in a recent interview with Ovechkin and Gretzky the other day. It was funny how Ovechkin mentioned if he had the stick Gretzky used back in the day, he wouldn't shoot the puck as often, which that kind of blew me away because, of course, Ovechkin has a sniper. And it's oh, wow, now it just I'd be a tops, a 500 goal scorer if I played in Gretzky's era. I mean, that's basically what he was saying, and it blew me away a little bit.
Yeah. Well, luckily he was born in 1984 by Ovechkin. So and fun fact, I was born the same year that in Ovechkin's rookie year, and it's kind of funny that or coincidence that he's been playing my whole life. Well, I was born in May, late May. So like, it's cool having him play in my whole life. To be honest.
Yeah. It has been a privilege for me as well to watch Alexander Ovechkin. I actually have an Alexander Ovechkin jersey with the retro eagle logo.
Oh, that is beautiful.
I think so anyway. But yeah, I am a little Ovechkin fan myself. Yes, the Bruins and Kings are my two favorite teams, but I've always had a soft spot for Ovechkin. And it was awesome seeing him win the Stanley Cup. I felt so happy for him, like, yes, finally it happened. But, in reality, I mean, Ovechkin, he could catch Howe, potentially. I don't think Gretzky, but I think he could potentially pass Howe.
Yeah, like it might
take what you want on that, but
yeah, it might be sad for Ovechkin not catching Gretzky because it's technically his idol. Because like from all of this, like getting like 50 goals, like saying like I'm in Gretzky's side now because like he's like all in his main objective is to catch Gretzky. When like the first time that he moved over Lemieux, it's time to get Gretzky in. Luckily he's in the top 10. One of the greatest goal scorers. There's no debate. No one cannot debate this in the chat. That he's obviously the best goal scorer in this modern generation.
Yeah, I mean, if you're really saying Crosby's better than Ovechkin at this point just because of rings, literally, that's the only reason why you could possibly say Crosby's better than Ovechkin at this point. Because honestly, Crosby's just injury prone.
Yeah, you guys can debate who's better, Ovi or Crosby. We don't care.
It's definitely Ovechkin if you want our clear opinion on it.
All right, we might go with the last topic here for today. I just put ones just in case if there was no internet problems. Let's talk about Jack Hughes. Something went wrong with him in his first year. He had like 7 goals, 13 assists with like 20 points and minus like 15 rating. That was so sad. Like, what were your opinions? Like, when Hughes came into the league, do you think that he is going to be like a little bit like Matthews or McDavid level? Like, what were you expecting?
I mean, I was expecting Capo Caco to be the better prospect first and foremost. I did think he would have a better rookie year, probably just in general, a better carear than Jack Hughes. I don't know, Hughes, I never really got a good grasp on him yet. I mean, he's a good young player, but like, it's just. I don't really know what to think of him, especially since his brother, playing on the Canucks is just absolutely lighting him up right now. I mean, that's also a big factor that, the brother who was supposed to be this, was the number 1 pick. And then you have this guy drafted by the Canucks later that round. He's just blowing Jack Hughes out of the water. I mean, really, it's just kind of ironic how that worked out, unfortunately, for his favor. I don't know. I feel like Hughes could certainly bounce back. Did I see him being Matthews or McDavid? Not necessarily out of the gate. I did see him. I saw Jack Hughes being someone like Clayton Keller, who's like, yeah, he's a very good player, but, he's a good player, but he's not really going to, lift that team to, like, a Stanley Cup championship or anything. And, yeah, I mean, Hughes, like, I'm definitely not giving up on him yet. I do think he is a solid player. I thought he was but he's kind of remind me a little bit of Nolan Patrick, but,
yeah,
I mean, he's like I said, he's a solid player. Still plenty of room to develop on a terrible Devils team, mind you. And that's what I mean. If they get Gerard Gallant, I think that'll further his development quite a bit. And definitely should be interesting. But as for right now, and I'm sticking with it, I do think Capo Caco is still going to just edge out Hughes as a better prospect. But what do you think?
When I heard the name Jack Hughes, like, in the 2019 World Juniors, I was saying, like, dang, like, with Quinn Hughes, they're gonna be like one of the greatest like brothers, like brothers in the NHL. they're for like Quinn as a defenseman and Jack as a center / forward. It's different positions because defensemen develop more and forwards develop more. Quite similar like Malcolm Subban and PK Subban.
Yeah.
Because like PK as a defenseman and Malcolm as a goaltender, like PK lit like Malcolm up because Malcolm is more likely an AHL level goaltender, but like what do you say? I think Hughes can start over again. Just say like, yeah, last season was rough. I should work hard more, and which I should be on board with him because like Hughes knows what to do. I think let's look back in the 2019 NHL draft. So when the Team USA coaches were getting interviewed, he was saying, "What does Joe Sakic like? What does like Peter Forsberg like? What does like Ray Bork like?" He's technically like studying the game, which I should agree with him, like studying the game, just to be like him, to develop more. Like once you have Gerard Gallant, then Jack is more likely going to say like, now I'm learning more a lot with more experience, which he's gonna get tons of chances because he's young. He's 18 or 19. Like just like give him a chance to develop, and then we're gonna talk about if he does not work out being first overall. So and like
that should be.
I think for like this year with Alexis Lafreniere, I think Lafreniere is gonna be a stud, dude.
Yeah, he's looking pretty good.
You know what? Lafreniere with 136 points in the Quebec Major Junior League. I think I'm gonna see like 70 points in his rookie year. Not exactly, because if he's gonna be in Detroit, he might have like 50 points since Detroit is in the rebuild. But if he's, it has to be by lottery odds. Ottawa might be in, New Jersey might be in, but like if it's Detroit and Ottawa, it's gonna be Lafreniere. For everyone who's watching, we're gonna talk about the draft soon later on. It's gonna be like Lafreniere and Byfield, Quentin Byfield, Tim Stutzel, Stutzel. These three, they're gonna be okay.
Yeah, I think the prospects actually is looking very good as well. I think Byfield's going to definitely take the league by storm.
Yeah, and like some prospects, which I'm gonna say only one. I'm trying to save it for our next week's episode. Kevin Ball from the New Jersey Devils with the Taylor Hall trade. He is a shutdown defenseman. A guy who will drop the gloves definitely. His plus minus is electric. Like plus 50. That is like Paul Coffey, like in his first 4 seasons in his NHL.
Yeah. That is ridiculous. The fact that's that high. I mean, how can you even get it that high? Unless you get like a lot of assists or whatever.
Like my plus minus from my high school year was terrible, minus 14. Well, I'm gonna be in my second season next year, so hopefully that's gonna turn around, and yeah, hopefully more prospects coming in. Like I said, Lafreniere, Byfield. These guys will definitely work out in their careers. But we're not going to touch their first 3 seasons because that's their entry level season career.
Yeah.
Once they're like in their 4th season or 5th season, then we have to like talk about that. But we'll see for like right now. And yeah, I think that was that is a good podcast for today.
Yeah. Well, guys, we were expecting to go on for a half an hour. We doubled it, but don't worry. We're sorry we had some technical difficulties, but we are getting new to this. Hopefully, Alex's connection can get a little bit better, and hopefully episode 2 goes great. So like I said, we're going to try this again next week. Hopefully, glitching and stuff on Alex's side gets out, because for the past, 15 minutes, Alex, I mean, your stream's been perfect. So hopefully that will stay for next time. And then, yeah, we're going to get some guest callers and stuff. Like I say, you guys can comment. StreamYard, we unfortunately can't. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the first episode, the inaugural episode of the Powerskate Show with Grant and Alex. And Alex, if you would like to end us here, you certainly can. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
Yeah, I'll do the honors. Thank you guys very much for watching or listening to this first podcast episode. Grant, thanks for having me today. If you guys are watching, follow Grant on Sportscaster at Floodster Sports Zone. Check out our social medias, Instagram at Powerskateshow, and you don't have a Twitter right now since
I will be making the Twitter soon. Yes.
Yeah. Hopefully we get a logo soon. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you guys want to ask questions, what's the podcast going to be about? DM us, and then we will further support you with the FAQs and all that. Yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and also hit the like button, and that'll be greatly appreciated. And that makes us more podcast videos. And we're gonna end it right now. Thank you guys very much for watching. This is Alex Stossel and Grant Flood. Well, signing off, boys.
Have a good night.